Escaped just in time after her house caught fire early this morning. Dan Kennedy's been speaking to fire investigators and to the woman herself. And Dan, I thought it was interesting that she told you she was listening to the Olympics before she went to bed, and she thought the Olympics was the noise from the TV waking her up.
Yeah, you're right. She went to bed after getting home late from church last night, flipped on the Olympics just to watch a few events, left the TV on as she was going to sleep, and you know that horn sound they make to send the swimmers off? Well, that's what she thought the sound was of her smoke detectors. More from her in just a moment, but first I want to show you the video just after 3 o'clock this morning when we first got to the scene and firefighters were here. It only took them about an hour on scene to get this fire contained just to the kitchen portion of this home. That's where firefighters say something electrical sparked this fire, consuming the floor of the kitchen. When this woman woke up, that's what she saw. She got out of the house. Here is Dolores in her own words.
I'm grateful to God that the horn just continued to go on, and I looked at the TV and there was no swimmers in that pool, so I realized that it was something else other than that. That's why it's very important to have smoke detectors, working smoke detected.
And a good reminder this morning for all of us to check the batteries on our smoke detectors. She credits it with saving her life. This morning she is out of her home. She's staying with family. She does have insurance, and this home is repairable. Reporting live this morning in Inglewood, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
That is good advice for all of us to check those smoke detectors. Meantime, a crazy crash in Murfreesboro, and you're looking at these pictures right there. Look at that mangled mess. It shut down a busy intersection for hours overnight. Our Sophie Nielsen-Colding has been following the cleanup all morning for us. Good morning, Sophie. What's the status there now?
Well, the only thing they really need to do is put the traffic lights back up. As you can see, there are a couple of utility workers over there working to do just that. Those lights got knocked down in this crash this morning, so they're replacing the bulbs and working to get those back up. News Channel 5 was first on the scene this morning and captured this video for you. As you can see, it was kind of bizarre looking. Looked like a truck landed on top of another truck, but really what was going on there was it was a tow truck carrying another truck that slammed into two utility poles, snapping one basically in half, leaving it dangling from the wire. So crews have been working all morning to safely replace that pole. They had to kill the electricity here for a little bit now to replace that. But now if you come back up to us live, you can see what the intersection looks like now. Everything is pretty much ready to go. They're just cleaning up the last little bit of it. The driver, by the way, of that tow truck was rushed to the hospital, but they tell us that he is expected to be okay. Traffic moving pretty smoothly now after this intersection was blocked off for several hours. Reporting live in Murfreesboro, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Sophie. Happening right now, a scam artist is on the run posing as a firefighter, and he could be anywhere in Middle Tennessee this morning. Police say a man entered a Murfreesboro massage business Saturday night and said that they needed to pay an annual subscription of $100 to keep their access to fire protection during an emergency. The owner paid the money. That's something the city's fire marshal says they would never ask for.
The Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department never solicits for anybody to pay us for our services.
While subscription fire services are rare, they do exist in Tennessee and Obion County in the rural northwest part of the state. Those who live outside the city limits of South Fulton pay $75 a year for fire service. If they don't pay it, firefighters will still respond, but it's going to cost you $3,500 for each fire call. And this man is on the run after breaking into a home in Christian County. Surveillance video caught him grabbing a snack out of the refrigerator. If you recognize him, call Hopkinsville Police. A sad story out of Montgomery County this morning. A couple is accused of murdering a baby in their care. Records show James and Rachel Groman are charged with abuse and criminally negligent homicide in the death of an infant in their care. Records don't say how the two were related to the child. And a pastor is asking for your prayers this morning for a father who killed his daughter. Timothy Batts says he accidentally shot his 11-year-old daughter, Tamia Batts, Monday in Murfreesboro. He's currently behind bars on a $1 million bond, but his pastor says Batts had committed his life to God and was working to build a better future for his family.
if you knew Tim and you knew his heart and you knew how much he loved his kids, you would understand that this was something that was not reflective of his past.
Batts claims that he pulled out a gun and shot his daughter when she came in after school and it scared him. He'll be in court later this month. Funeral arrangements for Tamia are still pending. Staff members of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation stood together as the body of a fallen agent passed by inside a hearse yesterday. Dejaron Frazier is the first ever TBI agent killed in the line of duty. What a nice tribute to him. Authorities say Brendan Burns shot and killed Frazier during an undercover drug buy. The 23-year-old is in the Madison County Jail this morning without bond. Investigators say Burns was trying to rob the agent when he opened fire. And rapper Young Buck didn't get to taste freedom for very long after all. He's headed back to prison after only being released 11 days ago. Buck, whose real name is David Brown, was sentenced to 7 months behind bars for violating his parole. He apparently called his ex-girlfriend more than 100 times in the past week and a half. She has a restraining order against him. Buck lives in Murfreesboro. And happening today, the best way to wrap up a Nashville summer, the 8th annual Live on the Green concert series kicks off tonight at Public Square Park. The free event starts at 6:30 and it's going to feature White Denim, Alan Stone, and Andra Day. Food and beer trucks will also be on hand for you. And if you missed tonight, don't worry. The concert series goes on every Thursday night until the first week of September. And in just a few short months, a brand new hotel will open in Memphis, and this has Elvis Presley fans excited. The Guest House at Graceland will open in October. The 450 luxury resort is the largest hotel project in Memphis in nearly 100 years. The hotel is a celebration of Presley's personal style and the iconic Memphis mansion as well. Priscilla Presley supervised the decorations.